What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the current gen gameplay blog for NBA 2K21 My Team. So basically, we know it was leaked yesterday. It's been seen, but unfortunately I was not able to post about it until today, so we are going to be going over it. So let's just have a look right here. So the game is coming out for the Stadia, which is a bit of an interesting one, and also for PC. It would be a weird one if they end up releasing... No, they're not. I was about to say if they end up releasing the Zion Edition for PC as two separate games, but I know they're not doing that. I don't know why I thought that. So, Dame time. Jump into a Zoom call with Dame. He's a huge 2K gamer and wanted a max height for point guard to be 6'8". I'm kind of surprised that, like, of all things Dame Lillard to bring up, I'm surprised that's one of them. But... let me just have a look. He wanted to see improved, or we came away with a great list. Long passes down court, sailing out of bounds. We've been asking for that for the last 5 years. If they can fix throwing a pass more than 15 feet, just flying out of bounds, that would be an unbelievable thing. That would be unbelievable. But they've kind of have fixed it this year, though. Everyone's Tom Brady. Like, you can throw full court touchdown passes in this game. It's ridiculous. But it is a good thing. The 6'8" point guards, again, I only play my team, so I don't know, but that I don't think that'll be a bad thing. Don't think that makes too much of itself. I don't think that makes too much of a difference itself, sorry. Okay, this is a big thing. This is a big thing right here. Striking the balance between simulating real life and making a game that's fun and enjoyable. So, the big problem with this, again, is that the last couple of years is they've failed at both of them. So I just kind of think that this could be very interesting. So this is one thing that I really do like. They have different sliders for different game modes, and I get it, like certain things have different sliders already, but if they can really make that like a proper difference in sliders, in like Pro-Am and My Team, or not necessarily My Team, Pro-Am and competitive My Team, different sliders, unranked My Team, if they had it, a lower slider, it would be definitely be a much better experience, because competitive players want it on a higher difficulty, but if you put non-competitive players in Hall of Fame, they will struggle big time. So I really like that. Okay, to sum up, don't really have a fancy back of the box marketing where what hand goes into the gameplay balance and funifying the encore experience. Okay, so I like that. I do like that. Okay, so the Pro Stick. So hold right stick down equals jump shot, which it was this year. A hold right stick any direction, I'm pretty sure it was jump shot, wasn't it? It was just flick. So hold right stick left or right is escape dribble moves. Okay. Hold right stick up is size up. I think it was flick up was size up last year. So I'm guessing it'll be the same thing again. Tap the right stick, quick 1-1 dribble moves. Is that going to be like NBA 2K1? Or like original NBA 2K where you tap square and you did a random dribble move? I wonder what that tapping the right stick will do. So, quick momentum dribble moves, would that just be like a random thing? Like if you're holding the R2 button, you just tap the right stick, will that just be a random move, like a random momentum cross, or or like a random behind the back or something? Because that could be, like, that just kind of is a weird one, because if you're just tapping a button and it does more than one thing, then you get a situation where there's inconsistencies and it lowers the skill gap because you're just getting a random thing. But sure, look, I'm not going to speak too negatively on it because we've never played it. Okay, so after a game or two, you'll get used to dribbling. Yeah, I'm hoping for that, because I'm a little bit better at dribbling this year than I was last year, not going to lie. Okay, so Nate Robinson came in for motion capture. You've got Kevin Durant's hezzy cross. Okay, so if Nate Robinson came for motion capture, we better be getting some nice dunks this year. Okay, this will be interesting because the dribbling has changed. It'll be interesting to see what it's like. It's hard to really get a good idea of what dribbling's like just by reading a couple of things, but no, it could be good. It could be good. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, there's no reason it won't be. I have to assume there's no reason it won't be. Okay, so shooting. Dribble moves weren't the only thing. This is the one, I've read this, and it's a really weird one. So, they tried to do this in 2K17, where the shot stick was the better way to shoot, and people realized after like 2 months that It just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. But all I'm going to say is there's a really weird line in this. So, shot meter changed from timing bar to targeting system, which is fair. And also, I think it says somewhere here that you can take off your shot meter. Trying to stop using the shot. So instead of trying to stop the shot meter when you reach a perfect window, you just a pro stick in real time to hit the ideal center point. So that is kind of an interesting thing. So if you miss target too far right or left, you'll miss in that direction. And one thing that's very weird is here. It says you won't be penalized for using the entire motion to find a sweet spot. In other words, you don't have to time your release. So basically, what they're trying to say is that you don't need, basically, it's either, the way I can see it is, you're either using square to time your shot, the button like in previous years, or you're using the right stick to aim the shot. So it's either aiming or timing, so one or the other. However, it says here, you can also lock your timing aim by either centering the pro stick or tapping one of the triggers and you reach the apex of your shot. So one sentence it says you won't be penalized for mistiming your shot, and then it also says you have a better chance if you time and aim well. That doesn't make sense. That means you are being penalized. Like, those two sentences contradict each other. Like, am I wrong with that? One sentence it says you will not be penalized for not timing, and the next sentence it says it's better if you do time. So you are being penalized for timing, for not mistiming. But the weird thing is that it might be a case of maybe no straight arms if you time well as use the shot stick, which would be good. Okay, so the aiming concept also applies to finishing layups. Idea of having good touch as you're driving. So aiming layups will help overcome shot contest. Okay, that is huge. Helping with shot contests. I'm just hoping that it doesn't cause a bunch of missed wide open layups. I'm hoping that it doesn't do that because there is potential that it does that. But if it can actually make small guys usable and make people finish around the basket better and have some sort of a skill gap, I think it's a great thing. Okay. If you can master you in the pro stick, you have a higher ceiling for getting greens and make tough shots. Pretty sure it'll be the shot for most competitive 2K players. Probably will be. But there's one thing I'm kind of worried about, and it's modded controllers. Like, if you can map the right analog stick if you can map the right analog stick down to a button, which I'm pretty sure there are modded controllers where you can do that, you are getting perfect aim every single time. Or if you have one of those Thrustmaster controllers and you swap out the right analog stick for an extra D-pad. Like, yeah, it might slightly affect dribble moves, but it may not because the thing just says left, right, up, down. But then you can press down on a face button, which gives you perfect aim every single time. So I think it'll be the era of modded controllers. I'm saying that right now, and I actually have a weird feeling they're going to take away the boosts for using the shot stick. Just like 2K17, I think they might end up doing it because I have a feeling that the modded controller is going to take over and people are going to be literally out here using aimbot. So Harden's unique 1 foot fadeaway. Quick note for all park players. They've added 40 new park jump shot landings to show off. Again, irrelevant for my team. Okay, so on the defensive end, you can expect a much stronger presence in bigs in the paint. Block targeting has been improved. Okay, that's a bit of a weird one. So more contact for the hop step is good. So you're not just going to start hop stepping through other people's bodies. But I don't really get... Like, the big men are already overpowered enough, especially because it looks like Intimidate is going to be a thing. So even with any of these layup things, if Intimidate is a thing, you're still going to be missing. You're still not going to make a layup. Like, it's again, there's so many things where you're like, oh, this looks good, and then you're like, does this not just nerf this what's above? Is this not just like, not even like completely like counter it, render it worthless? But sure, look, it is what it is. Motion styles. Okay, you can model your player's movement after a bunch of different players. That's cool. That is cool. Apparently, there are no centers you can model your movement after, so every defensive center is going to move like Giannis. I assume they've missed out on like a Rudy Gobert or something, but it is what it is. Okay, badges. Throughout the life of NBA2K20, we collected data giving detailed badges people were equipping for certain type of builds and which ones weren't being used. Like, it's it seems like they've completely ignored the point. No one cares that Ice in Veins is a worthless badge. No one cares about that. What people care about is that Intimidator means you can't miss an open light. You can't make an open layup. That clamp, unless you have gold clamps, you literally, someone runs through your body. Like, they haven't actually taken into account that some of the badges, it's not that they're too overpowered. You are worthless without the badges. But one thing, thankfully, though, is that Quick Draw is gone and release speed back to Jump Shot Creator. In my team, it's a little bit of a weird one because it does make a lot of players more so worthless than other players. So, for example, Quick Draw is what made Dwayne Wade. If Dwayne Wade goes back to his slow release like he had in previous years, he's just not going to be spectacular. I'm just saying that right now. He's not going to be. Because I used him back in 2K19. He had a release that looked like base 98. It was just so slow without Quick Draw. So it'll be an interesting. I'm glad Quick Draw's gone, especially if you are playing the park. It's great Quick Draw's gone. I think I'd rather see jump shot. I'd rather see no Quick Draw and Quick Draw. Not gonna lie, but there is going to be there is positives and there is negatives to Quick Draw going. So closing thoughts. NBA 2K21 current gen's great step forward for virtual hoops, and I'm gonna say this right now. Fair play to 2K. Because 2K could have very, very easily, with NBA 2K21 current gen, they could have very, very easily just went and given us the same game again like they did in 2K13. But it appears like they went a complete opposite direction, that they completely changed the game. That what 2K did was they decided, you know what, we're going to make a completely new experience for all the players. And I do think that that's a much better thing to see than what we saw last year, or say what we saw in 2K13. So, could this be the worst 2K game in history? Yes. They have changed so much and made so many changes, especially with it not being the main visual concepts team in Novato, that this could be the worst 2K we've ever seen. I'm saying that right now. Be prepared. But it also could be a huge step forward and leading on to what could be the best 2K21 for next gen. 2K game ever for 2K21 next gen. The fact they're changing so much means that we're not going to be getting the same game for next gen, and I think I'd rather see that. We've had kind of same not great game year on year, and it's hard to know if these changes are going to be good or bad until we actually play the game. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me 'cause I'm poppin'.